I've woken up this morning to a £200 sale, which is a bit of a result. I'll dig that out and show you that later, what it is, etc. Um, I'm just finishing off the electronics, so I'm going to flip round and show you those. Yeah, this is the electronics pile that's been hanging around for ages. So I got three of them on yesterday, and just tested. I've gone all profile again, typical me. So this Sony, this was a hard disk DVD player, just been hanging around because it didn't have the remote control. So I've tested that; it's working. I'm going to list it without the remote control. Sometimes I do buy them off eBay, about 10-15 quid. Below that is a Philips Combi VCR DVD. The DVD works fine. The videotape doesn't. You put it in, it ejects straight away and pulls out some of the tape. I'm going to list that as parts. But I had I pulled out about 7 or 8 electricals to check, and sometimes I will list things in fives. Sometimes when they're more difficult, I step down how I'm listing them. So I've done these two. I will now draft them with all the information, get all the draft on the price, etc., and then go away and photograph. I've already done some photos of them wired up to a telly. But I find the more difficult item you have, it's better to do them like just maybe one or two at a time. If I've got a load of easy items, I might line them all up and do 20 at a time if there's very little to sort of research. But the stuff that can really bog you down is sometimes best just to sort of do one and do it, and do one and do it. So that's that. Yeah, I'll dig out this £200 sale. Very happy to get it, but I'll be even more happier when it gets there and I get good feedback on it. It's never done till it's done. So I will show you that later. Okay, here's my £200 sale. It's a massive. Well, that's a video down there, so you get an idea of the size. Wall clock that is a flip clock as well. The date flips. So I'm glad that's gone. Originally I had it at 250, some sort of pipe dream that I might get that, and then I kind of put it down to 225, and I got an offer on it for 200, and I should have taken that. That was a few months ago, and I did a counter offer, I think, of 210 or 215 or something like that, and I didn't hear from them again. But I just lowered the price recently to 200, and it's gone for that. It's got a I don't know where it's going. I think he's going to this country, so obviously got to make sure it's well packaged. I'll probably get a few banana boxes because they are very strong, and make something out of that to send it in. But very, very pleased that's gone. Yeah, it's a nice sale. Big sales like that are always a bit crazy though, because one £200 sale or 10 £20 sales, what would I prefer? Well, I'd probably prefer 10 £20 sales, just because all my eggs are in one basket with that. If I send that off and I have any trouble with it, or it gets broken or anything like that, it's a lot of hassle. And I've had that. I had a £150 sale that got damaged on delivery. I had to refund the whole lot. Can't do anything about it. I mean, the thing I kept in mind with that is the thing cost me a fiver to start with. That cost me 12 quid, so a good profit on that. It's very light as well, so it should be okay to package. Got to go Hermes though. But yeah, I'd much rather have 10 £20 sales to spread the risk. Yeah. Other sales I've had today. So on my 31 day, I think I'm about 2,300, 2,400. With that, so it's really gone down quite a bit. Still pretty low, but still doing 5 listings a day and getting that all done, and doing the basics. Have been not doing much more than that over the last week because I had a cold and I've been watching rugby and watching football. But hopefully do a bit more next week. But the important thing for me is to just at least do the basics consistently, day in and day out. That is what I'm trying to hold myself to, because I've done it before. It's very easy for me to list 20, 25 things and then not do anything for like 4 or 5 days. So I'm trying to keep that consistency and then layer on top of that. One thing I've got to say, I'm coming up to 100 subs, which I'm absolutely amazed about. So thank you all for subbing. And I try not to spend too much time looking at all the analytics, but it is, I kind of like that sort of thing. So if you delve in there, it's fascinating to realise how much time has been spent on it. But I do try and keep these short so it doesn't distract you too much from work, because these these are all about getting on with work. So I wouldn't want to sort of keep you for an hour unless I've got something very interesting to talk about, which a lot of the time I don't. A lot of the time it's just what I've sourced and what I've sold and what I'm doing. That's what it is. And I hope you're sort of keeping on track with listing and growing your business and getting stuff done too. But that's all for tonight. I hope you've had a good weekend and look forward to do more vids next week. I'll see you then. Bye.